It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Very nice. That is our maestro. We've got Lenny Marine with us in studio. Happy 4th of July to you, Lenny.
4th of July.
4th of July.
Belated, but thank
well,
you.
Belated 4th of July.
Very nice. I went to the Rapids Water Park.
Just got to get you a mic.
Played some tennis, some doubles tennis in the morning, and got some good sunshine, and got to see a lot of fireworks driving on this I-95 going southbound. I saw fireworks going all across the highway. You see it in the distance, you know, driving by.
Funny? Everyone saw fireworks from a distance, and yet no one really saw the fireworks. Right?
I saw
because
someone just
everything was
driving.
so far away. You set up your own, yeah, because you're like a pyromaniac, that one. That and the archery throw, my bodyguard over there. I feel like, you know, Wonder Woman, what did she live? The land of the Amazons? Yeah, it's like hanging out with Teddy. She's like, she's got me covered every which way. She's awesome. She runs the set, she runs the board, she runs here and there and everywhere. I'm glad you had a nice 4th. That was beautiful.
How was yours?
It was wet, as Vinny says. How was 4th of July? Wet. But it was good. So welcome. More to come with the music of Lenny Marine. Your show last week, spectacular. One of the top-rated shows we had.
Wow, just my first try. I was just winging it and playing it by ear, as they say.
Bye, Claudia. Thank you, honey. More to come. You want to hang out for a little bit? Okay, come on, hang out. Very nice show. And I'm really excited today. Freddie is on vacation. I'm not excited he's on vacation, but I'm excited that we have Sandra Torres today filling in. I can't even say old friend, a longtime friend at the cafes from before we were where we are. And it's been a long time since we've had you on set, so welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
happy to be Freddie's day replacement for today. He needs a vacation.
He needs a vacation. I know everyone's like, are we still going to roll without him? We are rolling without him. It is not quite the same without you, Freddie. We miss you, but we're going to roll and we keep going. And you're a little outnumbered, but we do have some of the guys here representing Slick and Vinny and Lenny. They've been doing amazing, and the girls are doing their thing. We've got Brandon and Amit joining us from the Unemployment Guys. Sandra is here talking about United Latinas. We've got Claudia. Dina's filling us in on the spot of the Karens, which is really interesting. So I'm looking forward to hearing that segment. Slick has a promo he's putting out for tomorrow. And on our 1 o'clock, we've got Pamela Chanel David, and we've got Linda Summers joining us. It is still hurricane season, so there is so much going on. So let's just get cooking. I'm so glad you're here. What is going on with United Latinas, lady?
Thank you. Lots of things. We have some events coming up this next week, July 16th at 11. We have a video workshop. And then the 22nd, we're going to do another social media. We're focusing a lot more on doing business workshops where specifically cater to growing one's business, because obviously with all this COVID, it's, you know, people need to sell better, people need to market better, we just need different strategies. So I think we're going to really stay focused on an individual's business endeavors in focusing a lot of workshops on that. So.
Now, did we meet Claudia through United Latinas?
Yes, that's right.
It's been a long time, right?
Yes, year and a half.
Yeah.
My first time here, I came with the Sandra.
Thank you.
Rock
There
and
you
roll.
go.
It was my first time talking, you know, in public, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what I say? I don't know what to say, and I have a great time. And now I'm doing Fuego.
And you're doing an amazing job with
Yes.
Fuego.
Thank you.
How was today's show?
It was wonderful. We have Fajava Beauty Studio, and she teaches a lot of how to take care of our face, and she's like give a tips of like a mask, so you, because now we're doing the face masks, so how we take care of our face, what we can do, and that was very interesting and very helpful.
I gotta tell you, the whole thing with the face, first of all, skincare in itself is hard. Now you're adding a mask to it, and makeup and a mask, and the summer and sweating. And I took off my mask yesterday. We had a barbecue. My parents came over, so we all had our masks on, right? Because hashtag don't kill grandma or grandpa. So everyone's wearing their mask. I take off my mask. I've got like black soot on my face. And I'm thinking, I didn't even do the barbecuing. I guess it was in the air. I don't even know where it came from, but you're thinking, wow, this is all on my face. Good? It was crazy. What a nice lady though. She gave me a soap for my face.
Yes. She's starting her new line of products, beauty products. She's gonna come, and when she got it all ready, she's gonna bring it to and show it, and we're gonna show it in Fuego.
And I was telling Sandra that you have taken Fuego as your own, and you have done such an amazing job.
Yes, it has been a challenge, but I'm here and I'm doing it, and I'm gonna keep making it grow.
And you do it 5 days a week.
Yes, ma'am.
She's doing it. What's coming up for, I love your earrings. I got to tell you, the Latina ladies, sorry, the best earrings and shoes ever. Am I right, Sandra?
Yes,
you
yes.
guys, the clothes, the earrings. Can you just can I be Latina just for a little
You
bit?
are Latina. You can more
try,
Latina
yeah,
than what you think,
fabulous.
because I always, when I come to the show, you always have those beautiful earrings. You always have beautiful jewelry, and the shoes. That's something like the Latin we do. And you have so
I'm
beautiful.
just going to be
so-
like part of United Latinas just for a little bit, or a
Yeah.
lot of it.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
A lot of
you're
it.
designated already.
And United Latinas, you don't have to be Latina.
No. I mean, we focus on the emphasis is really united, right? We want to bring this awareness of this culture and open it up to everybody that's interested in seeing this community grow. You know, we are focused on the growth and evolution of Hispanic women because they have been underserved for so long, and they don't always get the same tools that, you know, and access to everything else, you know, that many people do. And not to say that it's specifically Hispanic and Latino women, but culturally, it's a mindset shift that needs to happen.
Are you seeing the shift different now during COVID? I can't even say after COVID, because now we're just on a whole nother level of COVID. You see a different shift from where it was, that you were trying so hard to change the culture, to where it is?
Since COVID, I have to be honest, we were on such a high momentum, because there's nothing more important. When I saw Claudia by accident, it's like, okay, you know, you want to hug, you want to embrace. And culturally, that's hard to not do. And it's amazing when you can be in front of each other's presence and really get to know somebody and develop relationships that way. Since COVID, it's been silent for a little bit. You know, we've been hosting still continuous workshops, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And I think a lot of people are zoomed out. You know, they're just like, I'm done with Zoom. You know, I'm just tired of looking at
Someone had
Zoom.
told me that yesterday. They said they're kind of, she's not Latina, we were talking, she's actually a pet intuitive, which is really kind of cool. She said she's kind of zoomed out. It's just, everyone's over zoomed. It was good for what it was, and it is, but they're kind of done with it. But so I don't know what the next step is, because that's the way I don't know how you network anymore. I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah, we have our workshops that we're going to be doing this month, July 14th and July 22nd, we're doing a virtual networking event. It is not a typical Zoom. You're literally hopping from table to meet other individuals.
Oh,
And
that's
it's a
cool.
virtual environment. So when you hop on there, you're not looking at a screen of everybody. You're looking at which table do I want to go talk to? Who do I want to go talk to? It's a really cool platform
Wow.
that I came across. Yeah, so I'll be July 14th. You could be on that one if you can.
What time?
It's 11.
No.
Sorry.
We can maybe bring in Fuego or something on it. I don't know.
Yeah,
How do
we
you
can
like
something.
being with Fuego, what you're doing and how it's growing?
Oh my God, it's growing like tremendously. I never thought that I will be doing what I'm doing, like I was telling Freddie. And I never saw myself being a host in a show or nothing at all. I mean, never crossed my mind. And now I'm doing it every day. And I'm trying to, the ladies that we have as a host with us, do their job every day because I don't want to be in there every day. But they're like, no, you helping us, you guiding us, we need you there. I'm like, but I want you to, Bridget, how you say bride? Like,
Rice?
No, right, like the Bridget.
Region?
Yeah, that they light up, I don't want to be myself. I mean, I don't want to be there. I want everybody to be the star in the Fuego, no, just one person, you know what I mean? I just want everybody, this is a good team. Exactly, I just don't, that's all you need to do it, you can do it. I help you here, but I want everybody to do that because that's what I love. And I love the mission that we have to help to grow business, and they come to us. Tomorrow we have a coach, life coach that is coming, Sylvia Todorov. It's very weird last name, but it's a Colombian lady, and I think that's going to be great. Esperanza is bringing her to her show, so I'm very glad that, she's getting involved on this too. She's very excited.
You've really taken it to a whole nother level. And Sandra knows, she worked with us on the Spanglish side of Fuego because no, I do not speak Spanish, contrary to popular belief by Freddie. And you were really helped with the inception of this, I want to say years ago already.
She's a woman that she can push you and she just empower you and you say, you can do it and don't step, don't look back, just keep going, you can do it. So that's what I love, United Latinas. I love to be part of them, and I always trying to empower women, but if it's not because Sandra, I will not be here too, because she was who kind of take you out of that comfort zone and not be like, no, I'm not going to do that. She just push you and you can do it, and we all can do this. So I'm very thankful.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
It's been amazing.
love
I
you.
mean, everything you've done, you've totally, I always say, stepped into your power. You have stepped into this full force. And so today she says, oh, I told Freddie. And anyone, here's our new segment. Freddie says, or I told Freddie. And any segment that starts with that, it's just not going to end very well. I told Freddie, and he said, okay, all right. So clearly I never got that message. But it all worked out. So she's from now on, I need to put you on the thread. Like step one, yes, put me on every thread. But it worked out great. And she was an amazing guest. What a kind lady.
Really, really nice. And we were trying, she want to do demonstrate how to put a mask on it. But since, we have to keep our distance and we just leave it like that. I said, okay, we can do something else. So that was great.
That was a nice job. How was your 4th?
It was nice. It was home with my family. And the neighbors came down and my husband cooked one of his favorite recipe, jalapeno ham. So that was delicious because it's not it don't look like the regular ham that you just cut and slice it. No, it looks like pulled pork. Yeah.
Did you have a pig?
Huh?
Did you roast the pig?
No, he let it cook it. It's like a part, like a leg, not a leg.
It's
like
the butt, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he let it cook it all night, and it was great. And next morning in the house, it was just that smell. I like, oh my gosh, it's so delicious. So we got our friends, and the girls were playing. We got dessert, a lot of fruit. We take advantage because we start juicing together. We're doing a detox with my husband, so just juicing for 21 days. So we're ready.
It's the new normal. Everyone stayed home. What'd you do for the 4th, Tina?
There was actually a planet parade happening on the 4th where all the planets align every 160 years or something. every 160 years or something. So me and my sister and one of my friends, we basically did a seance to manifest good health and what I want in my life, and hopefully it works. So.
And how'd that go for you?
I think it went well. We had my mom's singing bowls that we were using. We collected rain because it was raining all day, and we collected a bunch of rain. We got Florida water, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Florida water. It's pretty much like a watered down cologne, but it's used for spells and like wishings, and we used that, and we had
That
sage.
sounds interesting. That's a lot of segment right there.
It was really fun. It was really fun.
I'm afraid for you to do it here. We got enough. And just ask Val what we got going on in this place sometimes. As you see, my candle is always lit. But so it went good?
Yeah, and you pretty much just write down your manifestation and your intentions on a piece of paper. You're supposed to write it down 33 times as in the present tense. So not that I will, I am. I am healthy, I am successful, whatever you want to write. And then you burn it, and then you put the ashes on the eclipse moon or all around, and that's that. And then it's over.
Very
Nice.
interesting. It sounds pretty fun too.
It was fun. It was something nice to do besides just staying home.
What's the eclipse moon?
So on the 4th, there was, well, technically the day after the 4th was the eclipse, but the night of the 4th was a full moon with all the planets aligned. So like actually if you like looked out after all the smoke from all the fireworks like dissipated, you can see like 2 like far away planets that were aligned up with the moon. It was really cool.
And where do you put the ashes, you said?
You just kind of sprinkle them, like let's say like you're looking up and the moon's directly shining on
okay.
you, you just sprinkle them around you, like really whatever you want. It's just kind of what you believe.
Can we do that now, even
Yes.
though we're late?
I think it's over.
No, I think you can. I think you've got like a 3-day grace period.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. You've got like, you know,
That
like
should
your
be like
standard
that.
deviation, like you got your plus or minus.
doesn't
And plus
hurt
or
to
minus
try.
3.
No, but you know something different that I noticed on my neighborhood was we usually never hear fireworks out of in the neighborhood because everybody always usually goes somewhere to see them. And this Saturday, it was unbelievable. We were looking every direction, and it was fireworks everywhere, and everything was like when it's the dust. Like you
Smoke, the
can,
smoke.
smoke. Everything looked like that. It was pretty fun. I said, this is cheaper. We can see fireworks from home, and we don't have to go anywhere, and we are in the comfort of our house. So
I think
that was
that's what a
cool.
lot of people did.
Yeah,
A lot of fireworks.
there was a lot.
And Sandra, for more information, Dina can give you the seance.
Yeah, we
101
need
clip of that
instructions.
version.
I'm sure everybody below is like, wait, what? How do you do that? Let's put some how-to.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly just looked online, just like what people have done in the past, what's the best way to get real results. Who knows if it's really going to work, but it doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah.
They're lining up for a reason. Planets in the universe don't just do anything just because. They're lined up. There's going to be extra energy. Might as well try.
You know, you have to believe.
Yep, absolutely. You got to believe in everything. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go out with the music of Lenny Marine. We've got the unemployment guys joining us. And I got to tell you guys, you've got some of our crew working overtime on these websites. So let's find out what's going on with that. You can always give us a call at 888-994-4995. Ask for Studio A, and we will be right back.
Yep. I sprayed it down. Nope.
Dutch Designs and Events is a unique business providing an extensive range of beautiful floral arrangements. They have the power to bring your event or special occasion to life. Dutch Designs are available for any event or to open your business with a smile. All flowers are grown with organic compounds that enhance their fragrance and beauty. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126 or visit their website at DutchDesignsEventPlanning.com. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126.
Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Apple TV. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button. Together, we inspire creativity.
Admirers, connoisseurs, and enthusiasts of the art world, witness a visual spectacle like no other. Come visit the Gallery at the Theater, one of South Florida's best-kept secrets. Located in the heart of Boca Raton, the gallery features a diverse catalog of sculptures and paintings by world-renowned artists. But that's not all. All of the art is showcased in a live studio setting, home to South Florida's very own Brooklyn Cafe show, starring Dawn and Freddie S. And to top it all off, our collection includes signed memorabilia from some of the world's most iconic names in sports and entertainment history. So come on over, enjoy a cup of coffee, and experience the magic of the Gallery at the Theater. Located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard in Suite 13. Or give us a call at 888-994-4995.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Are these mics open? They are now.
That was called Somewhere Out There from a cartoon called American Tail with the mouses. I don't know if you remember that movie,
Nice-
American Tail.
yes.
So that's
Nice job. Did you ever think you'd be working at a place and get to play the piano?
Well, if I practice enough and I got a little much better and I really got myself polished, yeah, I always thought about, playing it at something at a fancy, nightclub or something, or a little jazz
You can turn
club
the
or
lights
something.
down and put a candle in. You got a fancy nightclub.
Yeah.
But give you a glass of wine and we're good to go. That's about as far as we're all getting out of this place. We just create our sets here.
It's pretty
Well,
nice. Yeah.
nice job, Lenny.
Thank you, thank you.
Tune in to Lenny's show. What day is your show?
Wednesday, you said? Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11. It's called Music Therapy.
Music
So we
therapy
can-
with Lenny Marine. So tune in on
Therapeutic
Wednesdays.
to help for your health.
Nice job. We are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show on our magical Monday. We've got Sandra Torres joining me on my set from United Latinas. She's picking it up a little bit. We've got Teddy and Dina joining us on the other set. And we've got the unemployment guys, SoFlo DJs we call them, talking about what is going on this unemployment website realm. I got to tell you, first it made it sound so easy, but I'm watching you guys. And let me tell you, Brandon and Amit, you got these girls hopping on these sites. So let's talk about what's going on. Let's bring SoFlo DJs in on this conversation. Hey guys, it's nice to see you together.
Hey, how's it going?
How's everyone doing?
What's up?
We're good. We had a great 4th. How about you guys?
We're doing great. Happy 4th of July. How you all feeling?
Oh, we're good. Just feeling
Good.
good.
Ready to get back into work and doing these applications.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about these applications. You were on a couple weeks ago, and you got everyone inspired to get their application in. And they got them in, and they got some money, but it's not as easy as that. It seems there's a lot of follow-up that needs to be done.
Yeah. So go ahead. Talk about the claiming your benefits and stuff.
Oh yeah, with the whole the extension and stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not too sure what date they extended it to, but we had a work search that everybody was like waived for, like, kept pushing it back like to July 4th, and apparently they moved. I think they moved back to August 1st, and basically now when I just logged in and I was checking it, it's you have to, when you claim your weeks, it's not asking you to do the work search anymore. It just asks you to answer the questions and then submit. So like I see that they improved on that part of it, so you don't have to do the work search. Like how people are still like, even though you didn't have to do it.
All right, we
people
got a
still had to do it.
Mythbuster for you on that one. Not true, they tell me.
I was gonna say, I just did my, am I on about? Okay. I just claimed my weeks and it asked me to do the work search. Excuse me.
When did you just claim your weeks? Today?
Yeah. Like just before we came on the show.
We were literally just on it 5 minutes ago, and it didn't have us claim our weeks like that.
So
It normally had it, but like this time it didn't have it. It was weird.
All right, so tell us what this means. They go to the unemployment site, and you are happy to help people get through this site.
Repeat that?
Yeah.
You go to the unemployment site. You guys help people negotiate the site if they need help on how to get their money and how to put these weeks in. But it seems a little more complicated, Teddy. I know you and Val have been working really hard on this stuff.
Yeah. Last week, Thursday, it's like the worst that it's been in a while. Like it was wasn't loading, it was crashing, it took me like 4 hours just to get on for one application. So like that was like one of the main headaches last week. People are still having issues, not mainly, I don't think more of applying, but it's more just with the back pay and stuff. Getting the back pay like situated, a few people still haven't got it. I was just answering a few calls on that actually right now before we got on. And we still haven't we actually haven't got our back pay yet. We're still waiting, but we have people that we go fill their applications and then boom, here's $9,000 in back pay. I'm like, oh god. Instantly.
How much?
And we've been waiting still, like up to 9,000. Yeah.
And do you
like
have
that
to
much.
wait until July 31st or August 1st to apply for the back pay?
No. We all, you can apply now. They should already like have put it in, but I guess they're still working on it. So that's the only thing with the back pay. They have you file for it separately on the site from when you actually apply, and you just wait. You just wait for them to actually like drop the weeks in there so you can claim them. Any new problems you want to talk about?
No, I mean, I think we covered the update of what's been going on. But,
Yeah.
Do you guys have any applications you'd like us to check out, see if we can fix them?
Anyone have an application you wanted to check out? Dina, did you apply for unemployment?
So, yes, I did apply for unemployment, but then I got denied. And I figured I was denied because I was a student, and I just wasn't sure, like, the reasoning.
Is that a thing, guys?
We can take a look. I mean, if you want to go ahead and have her text in her information.
Do you
to
feel
log
that
in, we
students
could look.
usually wouldn't get approved compared to, like, other applicants?
No, you have people getting approved just because they're getting it. Like it's like just for like, I know people not even working and they're getting approved. So it's possible. Like like people are self-employed and can't even prove self-employment and they still get it. So it's possible if we just take a look, maybe there's something you have to fix.
So, like, what my personal experience was, I had an on-campus job, and because my campus was closed, that's the reason that I lost my job. So I guess it was due to COVID, but I still got denied. My application wasn't accepted.
When did you apply?
I applied like 2 months ago. Even if that, maybe
Yeah,
like a month and a half.
They said if you text them, they can help
should be-
you
you should be able to
go
still
through
fix
it.
I'm probably gonna do that.
Because I think one of the other
Yeah, yeah.
producers here, she was in pending for a couple months, right? And were you able to get her out of pending, or was that just a coincidence?
No, they helped her.
You got her out of pending. I hear her, yeah.
Now you said there's a separate link for back pay.
Yeah. So you go on floridajobs.org, you scroll down to the left side of the page under the Reemployment Assistance tab in green, and the second to last link will say Request to Modify Claim Date. You would click that, fill it out, put your social in, your claim date, and put the date you want to go back to. And that's how you would do it. I've seen some people actually done that and already got their back pay, and we've done it and still been waiting. So it's kind of true on that one. It's all on waiting on them now. I'll see.
Did you apply?
Yeah, it's weird because
Yes.
like it tells you not to apply
Nothing
more
yet.
than once. So it might have been where we applied too early for it, but if we apply again, it says it'll mess it up.
Yeah.
So.
And why do you think some people are getting it so quickly? Because I know some people here got theirs within days, and then others were months until you came along and helped them with the application.
I noticed that a lot of the newer applications are getting it right away, so I think it's just something in the system where they probably set it up to let's go ahead and it's out one day, go ahead and fill out the information now, like
Yeah.
versus like it's only happening now, like versus recently when the ones I'm seeing, you know, all these applications getting the back pay right away.
I think
us.
what it is they didn't have their COVID pandemic eligibility available back then when we all first started applying.
This whole thing is just so crazy to me, and you have to you don't have to prove now that you're looking for a job.
No, you just hit yes or no, and you submit. It doesn't make you look and say like all the 5 jobs you look for.
So maybe you need to text these guys and see if they can help you out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because if they help Valerie, then they can probably help me too.
Why are you upset?
Because I had to do the 5-job thing. Val just said.
It's crazy. They should.
Yeah.
Doing it right now, and I didn't have to do it. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you. I did.
The 5-job thing is not there apparently anymore, guys.
Yeah, I told you. I guess for some people it's starting to go away. So that was my girlfriend's been she was a regular W-2 unemployment, and she had to do a work search up until we just did hers. Now.
Well, Teddy had to do a work search up until you guys came on air, so they were both working on it right until then. Oh, my cousin Vinny's back. Hello. Hello.
Chipotle.
Lunchtime at the zoo.
It's crazy. They should have just, since everybody's going to be supposedly be approved, they should just do the, the individual dividend to each person without having to apply, like many countries do.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Everyone just gets unemployed. I guess that's almost what they thought was a stimulus check, but that was a one-time deal.
Yeah, I think like Canada was doing like $2,000 or $2,500 a month to everybody. Everybody.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, yeah.
Something crazy like that.
But some of the people now are getting, what, $9,000 in back pay, so that's what, the $800 a week?
Yeah, just
I'm not really sure.
I'm
not that quick.
The 9,000 I've been seeing a lot more for the people that are getting 725.
Okay.
Times 12 weeks around there, so it could
And
be
does
more.
that come in a, here's the thing,
that's true.
it comes in a lump sum, you guys?
Yeah, a lump
back
sum.
pay, yeah.
It comes in 2 deposits. You get the unemployment side of it, like in one deposit, a smaller amount, and then you get the lump sum federal in a separate deposit, normally after the day after one another, and that's how it works for that.
And you can do it if you're a business owner also.
Yeah.
Self-employed.
Yep.
Yep.
Isn't that
Self-employed, business owner.
If we get approved.
Regular employment.
And what would make someone get approved versus not approved?
Say it again?
What would make someone approved versus not getting approved? Is it something you do wrong in the application?
It's all in the application. It's mainly human error. When we go through all these applications, we see so many errors. Like there's things they forget to fill out, or one little button they forgot to click, and like it's all human error. It's just the way you fill out the application is what makes you ineligible versus eligible.
It really doesn't matter about your position. Like, as long as you pretty much don't have a job, you're pretty much able to get unemployment.
Teddy, was it hard for you to fill out?
It was actually really easy to fill out as long as you knew the information. Like, you knew what you did, you knew how much money you were making, you knew what you were claimed under. It was really easy. The hardest part is doing the waiting room. You have to wait forever to get onto it, so you have to time everything out correctly.
Yeah, they'll sit here and they're waiting, and I look at them, and they both have their computers. I'm like, what are you guys working on? And I see the website's up, and they're waiting, and then you hear this, oh, and what happened is collective ugh. They got kicked off simultaneously on Friday at the same exact time, and like boom, they were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're on the site now, so I can actually show you. like we're on right now, and this is it, you know. So it's actually loaded up. We're actually logged in 3 different applications already. So it's actually up right now to go ahead and log into anything if anybody had something they wanted to log into.
Yeah,
So you
if you guys want, you can like call the hotline. We'll give you a number again real quick, and you can tell us your claimant ID and your PIN. We'll see
You have
what
that
accounts
info?
we can get done.
I didn't, no.
Hold on, Val, I'll give it to you.
We're gonna get the hotline number. You know your claim number and everything?
No.
Well, when you get that, you'll call these guys and see
Yeah.
how they can help you. So put in the hotline number. And what's new coming down with this? Anything else? Are they really stopping at July 31st?
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I keep hearing they're extending to December, and I hear they're not, and then I hear they are. So I have a feeling that they might. They have to. They have no choice. They have no choice. Like where we're at right now in the world, and in the U.S. and Florida, they have to. So.
So here's the hotline number. It's 561-318-9912. Maybe they can help you also.
We'll see.
Fantastic. All right, guys, stay in touch with us. Let us know what else is happening.
All right, we'll do.
Thank you. Seems a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of work when everybody, from students to entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, everybody is suffering to some degree. Some people are thriving. You know, it really just depends. You know, I think everybody has your highs and your lows, and even through a pandemic, I've seen people thriving, you know. But to make it fair, the process itself, if it's a matter of because this COVID exists, everybody is going to get this, then make it easy for that to happen, you know, without people having to jump hurdles, you know, and it's just politics.
I mean, the only thing I've
It's
seen
just politics.
thriving are those businesses that truly got their PPP money, and they have it, but they're still able to make their money and do their billable hours and do their billing and things like that. I haven't seen physicians' offices. I know some I was told they've actually filed bankruptcy and they're restructuring. They've let go of everyone because they can't.
Yep.
They didn't get the money or they didn't want to take the loan out because it was too hard to manage that. Solopreneurs, I know, we talk about this all the time, and you can still write to Freddie. You don't even have to write to me. You can write to Freddie. We don't qualify for PPP money if you don't have those forms or the way your employment was structured that way. You didn't qualify for it. Or the $1,000, how far is that really going to get you?
Yeah.
As far as that goes. And then, but you still have your job. I didn't realize as a solopreneur you could apply for unemployment.
Yeah.
Which makes a big opportunity. So it's almost like you can layer it, but it can get some help.
Yeah, independents, agents, real estate brokers, you know, everybody, even though you're still working, they still qualify for unemployment. They get unemployment.
Isn't it interesting? So I wonder, like, what are, and Teddy, maybe you know, the stipulations that you can apply for unemployment.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know that if you're still working at some point, there's a threshold of money that you have to make under. You need to make less, supposedly you need to make less than you would make on unemployment. So I think when I applied, it was $275. If you made less than that a week, you were eligible. Other than that, there was very few things that I found on the application that would have disqualified people.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
My son worked at, he works for an auto dealership, and his hours got reduced. They let go of so many people, big dealership in Fort Lauderdale, and his hours got reduced, but luckily he was there. Like, he was there in a skeleton crew type situation, and I'm like, apply, you know, you never know, apply, because your hours are not the same as they were pre-COVID. You are, you know, you have a reduction in your pay, and he applied and he got approved. I mean, for 1 week, and then his hours he went back to normal. He should have applied in the
Interesting,
beginning.
but aren't you glad that you don't have to keep doing that 5? You know, I was thinking about what you told me on Friday, then I started getting a little nervous. I'm like, maybe I should really follow up on what she just told me on Friday.
Which one that I told you?
That you were looking for the
Yeah.
job searches. I'm like, is Teddy really leaving? I'm like, no,
Yeah,
she can't
so
go.
you have to, or at least before, I guess, you had to apply to 5 jobs a week. And before July 4th, Governor DeSantis said, oh, you don't actually have to do it. You were allowed to kind of like BS fill it out. And then at the end you can say, because of Governor DeSantis's decision, we don't have to fill it out. Then after July 4th, you had to do it. But every time people tried before July 4th, like 2nd and 3rd, they were getting kicked off like crazy. Emmett and Brandon were saying you couldn't get on the site to do anything. After July 4th, today, it works perfectly.
Wow.
So
It's so interesting. I mean, there are people Heck, if I was making $800 a week, that's far more than I'm making doing this. That's why Freddie always says, maybe I should apply for unemployment. I know.
It is really cool, but I will say it is one of those frustrating experiences that you every time you want to log on, because you have to claim your weeks every 2 weeks, and every time you want to do it, even if you don't have to put in the 5 jobs, you still have to wait in line to get onto the website to log in, which it loves to log you out all the time. So that's why you see Val and I, we put our computers, we get in the waiting rooms, and then we do our other work. And every 10 minutes, because then once it logs you in, you have 10 minutes to get in and do everything, or else you're done, you're out of line.
Wow. Dina, they'll help you get through it.
I don't even know if it's worth it at this point. This sounds like a lot.
That's what I thought, and then I was like, oh, this helps with bills a lot. Like, once you get that first money, you're like, oh, like, I can pay my gas bill now. Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to the boys and see if they can help me with anything.
It makes a huge difference. We'll put up the hotline number again. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Dina's got a segment for us about the Karens. Karen, Kyle, what else?
Karen, Kyle, Chad, there's a bunch. We're going to talk about it.
All right, we're going to hear about the
Susan,
Karen phenomenon.
Linda.
Yeah.
And Slick, you got your piece in also in queue? Correct. We'll talk about Slick's piece also, kicking off Slick Speaks, and then we'll roll into our 1 o'clock hour. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Ask for Studio A, and we'll be right back.
You guys didn't get your PPP?
If you have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
We are on fire. So let's spread your business like a wildfire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button.
That was just a little intro, but thank you.
And we are back on our magical Monday. Vinny, what did you do? Bring the thunder in with you when you came back from Chipotle?
What?
This segment brought to you by Chipotle. What did you do? Bring the thunder in?
I ate the whole thing.
You ate that was the thunder he brought in.
He ate the thunder.
You ate the thunder. Is that what we heard walking in the door?
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I went outside the club, not doing this. No, just going out.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like it's raining out. There's big.
No, it looks clear and
It's clear. This is
dark on the other side.
That's Florida skies,
big
man.
jolt of thunder. I know. We're here with Sandra Torres. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. And as things come out over the weekend, I text them. I go, can you guys do a segment on this and do it on this? So I texted Dee and I said, can we do a segment on Karens? She goes, yes, I'll interview Karen. I go, no. So I sent her an article. You hadn't heard of the Karen phenomenon yet.
I haven't heard of the Karen phenomenon per se.
Let's turn her mic on.
Yeah, so it's I guess it's.
Have you heard about a Karen?
I know a Karen.
I've heard of Karens before, and Karen has been a typical thing in social media for like at least the past couple years. So now everyone's saying, what does it mean to be a Karen? Basically, it's a meme, and we talked about this on like the last show. And when you sent me the article, I was really shocked that the Karen phenomenon is becoming a way bigger deal. So basically what it means to be a Karen, Teddy knows this, all the interns in here know this. It's a middle-aged white woman, that's what the article says, white woman with the bob that has it cut straight down, the big glasses, and is always ready to talk to the manager. It's basically a joke, and it wasn't supposed to make fun of the people, it was supposed to make fun of the name, like, oh, okay, Karen, like, go ask for the manager, Karen, and there's other ones like this, too.
Well, okay, so, that was my mic on? Oh, okay, cool. So, when I worked at Starbucks, it was at the very beginning, or coffee shop, I worked at Starbucks, and it was at the very beginning of when the Karen thing started coming out, and I think part of it was because for some reason, Karen was just a very popular name in the specific generation of people who were raised like this, and these people, it wasn't, I want to say, like you said, it wasn't making fun of the people, but it was making fun of the attitude and thought process. The people who come up to us. I mean, I've had hot coffee thrown on me. I've had ice drinks thrown on me. I've had people spit in my face and scream at me because I got their order wrong by accident.
What's wrong with
And
that?
that's
What is wrong
It's
with
the
you?
attitude. And I think at some point, because as a service worker, you can't say anything back. The second you say anything back, especially if you're not a manager, you're fired. That's it. They're calling corporate on you. They're gonna. I've been threatened that someone was gonna sue me because I asked them to hit a button on the board. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. And it got to the point where the only thing service workers could do to fight back was be like, all right, Karen. Okay, I get it, Karen.
And that's basically what it comes down to. It's about the name and using it as a joke, because those women, because it's basically all about women, those women are always the ones to go to the manager first. Let me speak to your manager. But it's not just Karen. There's Chad and Brad.
Chad and Brad.
And those are basically
fratty boys.
Yeah, young
The
boys that are
stereotypical frat
frats,
boy.
that aren't too bright, that just want to party and don't really know a lot, and they only care about working out, and those are Brad and Chad.
Don't
And
have any
then-
like respect for women. Think of, they're the ones who were like, did I ask you? That's a Chad and a Brad.
Exactly.
But now people are screaming, right? They're taking this to, have you seen this, Sandra?
It is.
The Karen thing, yes, but not Chad and Brad.
I heard like Karen and Ken.
It's definitely going way too far. In the article that Dawn sent me, I was shocked that this meme, this joke has gotten so far. People are saying, a lot of Karens are coming out into the spotlight and saying, I am not these Karens that you're portraying me as. And there's quotes of what these Karens are saying. And
Is
there
these
was this-
people, to clarify, like people whose name is Karen or
Yep.
people who have been labeled Karen?
No, people's with their name as
Okay.
Karen. They're saying, I'm not the Karen you think I am.
Yeah.
I'm a normal Karen. I can be named Karen. And there was this one, she was an African-American young girl, and people were making fun of her saying, why do you have an old white lady's name? And like, it's all in the article too. And she's like, I can be named Karen without you having to label me. And a lot of people are starting to think that this is close to sexism, that they're using this name.
See, I think, because I've heard a lot about that they think it's ageism, that, because a lot of people use it to make fun of, like, boomers, and because I guess that's just the whatever climate it was in. But at the same time, we've had that forever. When I say the name Olga or Helga, like, what are you going to think of? You're going to think of a middle-aged, white, heavy-set Slavic
With a
woman.
unibrow.
Yeah. You're going to think a giant mole, but, like, obviously there's Olgas and Helgas and stuff that aren't like that are fully
Right.
American. It's just a nice name. We've had this forever. It's an issue now because people are realizing that they're getting called out on things that they're doing wrong. They're getting called out for screaming and ranting and raving because their coupon is expired and they want to use it anyway.
Exactly.
And the only thing we can do to fight back is call them by their name.
And another thing that they were saying in the article, that most Karens are now being labeled as racist. So in the articles, they're saying all the Karens that their name might not be Karen, but if you have the bob cut, the glasses, the attitude, the coffee in your hand, yelling at the manager, you're automatically racist. And that's not the case. And it's just interesting to me that this meme has been around since 2017, before this whole world collapse right now. So now it's becoming more of an issue for people to use it as a joke, and a lot of jokes aren't funny to everyone, but it's just interesting that they're changing it to sexism and racism over a joke.
I think everything lately, and Sandra, tell me, and as a Hispanic woman, you probably see it on a whole, even a broader level, everything now is sexism and racism, right? Everything can be tied to discrimination and being treated unfairly. Because we talked this morning that there's this simmering, and all you need is one little thing, it explodes.
I mean, it's one of the very strange things that, you know, when our generation was being called millennials and we were being constantly ridiculed about liking avocado toast and not using napkins or disposable straws, and how we didn't want to buy a house and we wanted dogs instead of kids, and we were continually ridiculed, and people would tell you, like, what do you know? You're a millennial, you don't know anything. That wasn't ageism, that wasn't sexism, that's just a joke. But when Karens are being called out for being super disrespectful and rude, and I will say, I think the racist thing has gone too far. I think it's because people who are being racist are also being labeled as Karens. As Karens, they're all getting clumped together.
Even though their name might not be Karen, but they look like that stereotypical
or even
Karen
if they just
meme.
act like it.
Yes.
So.
Have you seen people putting things on Facebook? They're posting.
Yeah. So the only way that I've seen a Karen, I haven't seen it go back that far back, however many years, but I could see that somebody that's creating fuss out of something that could be handled very easily. But most of it has been racism that I've seen, the ones that are recently, obviously. And it's this idea that this woman is making a rant against someone that's a black or brown individual for something that is completely stupid. Like someone that's living outside of their own house was painting in their own front of their own house, and this woman's like, well, you got to show me you live here. You have to prove it to me that you live here.
She was lying. In the video, she said, I know who lives here. I know you don't live here. I know the person who lives here. The guy lived there for like 35 years.
Look, that's like what happened to you over the weekend.
Correct. Yeah, my weekend was very spicy, but it was in Karen's.
Was that a Karen's?
And and another thing in this article that ties in the Karen to racism, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people know the movie Mean Girls. It came out in the 1990s. There's this one scene in the movie where a white girl named Karen says, I know. Yeah, so there's
call her like
Charlie.
Mary, Charlie, Mary, whatever. And that was our name. Like our store, we didn't call anyone Karen because we didn't have anyone in there named Karen, but we had Mary, Charlie, whatever her name was, would come in, and she was such a problem every time she came in. Anytime a customer came in, we'd be like, all right, Charlie, all right, Mary. Like,
it seems to me everyone is so hot on just discriminate and
Yeah.
just put a hot fire. And this is what we were talking about, Sandra, before we went on air today, is everything, the anxiety right now, the agitation, the anger, the frustration of what's going on is, forget the hugging and the touching, which we all need touch.
Mm-hmm.
What is it in your opinion? I haven't heard your opinion in a while. I know we talk about it all the time, but what do you think is going on?
There's definitely high anxiety and a lot of mental health issues, and I think everyone being, I don't want to say cooped up, but everyone being safe at home and disassociated as much as they usually are has caused more mental health issues to surface, more anxiety, more, okay, what am I going to do after this? This is the new normal in life. So I think all of those emotions where, you don't know if you're going to get a check, you don't know if you're going to close that next deal. Everybody's living on edge, it seems. So it has absolutely the ability for everybody to say, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm just anxiety or with mental health, and with the George Floyd situation that happened, I think that only stirred up the angst. I think when it comes to the racial divisiveness, not to get into that so much, but it's a state of being. It's the state of our country. We can't deny that. And I think using terms like Karen, it is kind of, I could see it be a little bit, not cool for the real Karens out there that are nice. Right. But at the same time, I think that the notion is, this is someone that's making a fuss about someone that's not their same color. And yes, the immediate thought is it's something against racism. Well, if you're making a fuss like that situation for that gentleman in front of his house, what else do you label that? So I feel bad for the real Karens, but she doesn't have to prove herself to anybody. It's the one that's making a fuss about a situation that has nothing, it's none of her business, and she doesn't have to be there,
No, exactly. And I think it all comes down to there's good people, there's bad people, there's racists, there's sexist, but it doesn't defer what your name is. I think the Karens, the Chads, the Brads, the Lindas, it's all a joke in this internet world that we are sucked into at the moment. I don't think anyone uses Karen to be racist, but who knows? There sure are probably racist Karens, but I don't think that is the whole idea of it.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a meme about people being nice to each other?
Yeah.
Like,
That'd be nice. People were nice to each other.
How about just be nice to each other, right? How about forget this racism and discrimination and just treat each other kindly with compassion? Because if we're doing memes about all of this stuff, that's just giving more fuel to the fire.
Exactly.
And it's just crazy to me. We're going to go to commercial break. Nice piece, Dina. Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to see if we got Linda Summers on the line. So if she's having a hard time connecting, so let's see if we got her. We got Pamela Chanel David. Nice job. If you're a Karen, I'm so sorry if your name is Karen or Kyle or Chad. I almost named my son Chad, but then I would have had Chuck, Chelsea, and Chad. And they all said to me, you cannot name him Chad, so I do not have a Chad. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Landy Marine, the music of, will be taking us out, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Amy Minty combines the hilarity of For Better or Money, the eroticism of For Love or Sanity, the mystique of For Sink or Swim, and the suspense of For Sex or Revenge, making her fifth novel, For Strip or Gamble, her best to date. Get your copy at amyminty.com or amazon.com. Get yours now.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of Scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Not all CBD products are made the same. Here at your CBD store, our trained and highly educated staff can help recommend the perfect products for you. Stop in and see for yourself at one of our locations in Pembroke Pines, West Boca, Boynton Beach, or Singer Island. Or call us today at 561-437-1080. Again, that's 561-437-1080.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Called Up Where We Belong.
One of the best
Liv-
movies ever.
Oh, you saw it? I didn't see the movie, but I recognize it. The song's on the radio a lot. I hear
Officer
it.
and a Gentleman.
Oldies
Richard
and stuff.
Gere comes in, he sweeps Deborah Winger up off her feet. You're probably too young to remember that, but yeah, I remember that one. Did you ever see it?
Officer and a Gentleman? A long time ago.
Oh my gosh, I'm so old. It's like a classic, but yes. Richard Gere walks in in his navy whites and his hat. She's working in a factory. He goes in, he sweeps her up literally off her feet, and he carries her out like her. Although now for women empowerment, it probably would not be the same way they would end it. Imagine if they did a segment on how movies would end now if they remade them. Think how many movies wouldn't be the way they are. Like that would be such a defeatist women empowerment piece. Like she would walk out on her own, maybe, totally different than it is. Pretty Woman also.
It's looking back, right? Because now they're a little bit more attentive to those facts. But when you look back in history as how they've made movies and how women have been portrayed in the past and the parts that they've had and positions even in Hollywood,
right,
is totally different,
It makes me think about that now. Scratch your head, go, something like that. But one of the greatest movies. That's why you have to see the end of Hamilton.
Okay, I can't
Anyone
wait.
who's seen Hamilton, to me, the best part was the end. And I don't want to give it away, but you'll understand when you see the end of Hamilton. It is streaming on Disney Plus. I do not own any rights to Disney Plus. That's the only place that it is streaming right now. Welcome back, everyone. It is a magical Monday, and we are sitting here in Florida, and it's storming on one side of the building, not storming in the other. It's a little warm in the warehouse. This is what it's like. You tell me it's record-breaking heat.
Yep. Saw it on the news. Gotta be true.
I gotta tell you, I can't even believe someone sent me an article, video. I have to send it, and I'm like, we gotta fact check this because it is so edited, even for me, poorly, that you clearly know it's been edited. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, just fact check everything you see. And
Everything.
read. Except for our weather, because there's no fact checking when you look outside and go,
Yeah.
it's raining outside. We have our in-house meteorologist joining us. We've got Linda Summers on VMix. Let's bring Linda over and say hi, Linda.
Hello. Can you
How
see
you
me?
doing?
Oh my God.
Is Linda part of the Karen meme?
No, she is not.
No.
Do you have? I guess you have power again. You lost power last night. You said.
Yes, 4 hours.
What's going on?
It was quite a storm. It was hailing. I'm going, ooh, I hear hail, I hear hail. Yes, I'm hearing ding, 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 ding on the glass. So I said, okay. And little man over here, chewing, he's a perfect meteorologist because he starts barking and staring at the back in that corner of it. I'm going, okay. So I'm looking at the radar going, oh, okay. And I start seeing, some rotation right over me. And I look out and the trees are bending, everything's blowing around out there. water's coming under the door because it was a driving rain. It was like a hurricane. And then we lost power immediately. The tree took down a power line, a main power line.
What's happening? I mean, you're on the beach, you're in the weather, we've got a hurricane, but it's not coming here. I'm like, we got to check in. It's July 1st.
I know, right? Well, weather-wise, what's happening? Or me?
Let's start with you. Fill us in on how you're doing.
I'm doing good. Everything's fine.
You're feeling good?
You know, yeah, back to feeling good. Everything's good.
It took you a little while to recover from everything you had going. Even though you tested negative, you were not feeling so well.
No, I was really bad for about 3 months. March, February. March, it was January, February, March, April, May. 4 months.
Wow.
It was about 4 months that was really bad. But I'm much better now.
And Dave is good?
But I don't go out. I'm not taking those chances. No. I can't. I'm high risk. So I know
And I
better.
see everything you put on Facebook, people who don't wear their masks and to why, and I know whatever politics you stand by, even if you can help protect somebody who's a little immunocompromised, it's just, again, it goes back to being kind and respecting other people. That's all. We're not saying
That's
you don't have
all.
the right not to wear one, but they shouldn't have to get
anything to do with politics for me.
right? It doesn't. Yep.
It doesn't at all, but it became that way. I'm going, how? I don't understand.
I know.
I'm just wanting to take care of everybody. I mean, I know the mask isn't going to take care of me. It's to take care of you. But if you wear a mask, now you'll take care of me. So, you know, that's the give and take of a social community and a civil society. You know, so I don't understand how you don't want to take care of your sick elderly. It just doesn't make sense.
I know. I'm glad you're feeling better. Dave is good. Chewy's good.
Yes, he's right
I saw you're
here.
getting a new baby.
I am getting a new baby.
Aw.
Yeah, starting November, probably around November,
Really?
you'll be introduced.
You know,
And
it's so interesting
yeah.
because I know Chewy is a service dog, which anyone that would be hard to believe because look how cute he is. This little tiny dog's your service
Yeah.
dog. To even think about you having to get another one is one of those things like, oh, you don't even want to talk about it, but you know it is what it is.
Yeah, my doctors, my therapist, everyone's like, Linda, you've got to do it. You got to do it. I'm like, I don't know.
I know. It's a
You
cute
know,
little trained
and-
new dog.
Exactly. That's the whole point. I mean, I know what I'll do with him, and I know that I'll let him be in control, basically. You know, and that way he'll still feel that empowerment of taking care of me, and it'll work out. It'll be an interesting change, though.
I know. Well,
So
it's good to see you.
weather-wise,
Yeah, so weather-wise, I see we've got a storm going away from the United States, and I see something brewing somewhere.
yeah, well, just east of us, southeast of us, there's something, but nothing much. And then I was watching the Panhandle area, and that's what's going to cause a lot of strong, severe storms today, tomorrow, across the whole, basically the whole peninsula, and then move off the coast of Georgia into the Carolinas and go up the coast. It's maybe a named system. It might be our next Faye. It would be, you know, so that would be our next system possibly. Other than that, today, this afternoon, watch out, heads up again along the eastern coastline because it's you know, it's setting up to be the same as we had yesterday, and you know that it just once it hits that from move across the whole hot land of the state of Florida, it just builds up that energy, and boom, as it heads along the coast, you know, the east coast, it just flares up.
It's been crazy.
And then it doesn't
this
go
weather.
too fast. Yeah, because unfortunately we have like the winds that are moving up the coastline and then from the west, so they kind of converge right along the east coast and then goes up the coast. So you're training with these nasty storms, so they kind of linger a little bit.
You know, and summer in Florida is always like this, but this year it makes you think summer weather. But I got to tell you, there's sometimes more trees down during a storm than we actually get when it's a hurricane.
Yeah. Well, you can have straight line winds, and I know yesterday there had been a tornado, a front of cloud. I don't even know. I should have checked before I came on here because I know I can check my tracker for the tornadoes, but I would say it was a tornado from what I saw.
And how's Florida severe weather going? I see it's growing. People are following you.
Yes, yes. We need to, keep that. That's growing. That has its own entity. So I was happy that Facebook promotes it a lot because I'm one of the trusted meteorologists, one of 3 in the state.
That's amazing. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
What do you think about hurricane season this year?
It's I started early. It calmed down only because of the African dust, but it's only a matter of time before it flares up again. And now in the next month is when I start looking more towards the African coast. I usually watch now the Gulf and the Yucatan area, and then I start looking at the African coast. And it's it's going to be a busy season. It's already shown to be as it started so early.
Well, let's talk about this African dust. So I saw an ER doctor talking on the news that the symptoms from this African dust that are blowing in, all of these allergies, are similar symptoms that people think are having from COVID. But more times than not, it's allergies. Is this part of this whole dust storm that's blowing over from Africa? What is this? It's Sahara Godzilla?
Sahara dust.
Being called?
It's Saharan dust, but I mean, it happens all the time. It's just people are taking note of it right now. I notice it because it gives me a break of hurricane watching. So personally, I notice it every year, and because I take a break of looking that way, and I focus on the Yucatan and other areas. But this is a common situation as storms and winds move off the African coast. It moves along the belt, we call it, the hurricane belt there. And it moves its way across to the U.S., depending on the high pressure, if it's strong enough to push it all the way through. But it's common. And asthma, I have asthma, so I just stay in when I know it's a thick dust outside. And I usually will let people know on my page, too, if it's thick in our area because of the breathing issues, if you have breathing issues. And it's also going to, it'll exacerbate the problem if you are sick with corona. It's only going to make it that much worse. So people that might have been maybe getting a little bit better might have felt like, uh-oh, I'm backtracking now and getting worse because it will affect your lungs.
The allergies are crazy, the Saharan dust. And as you can see, I don't know if you hear it. Do you hear the rain?
I hear it. That's about time. Right on time. Freddie would be proud.
The only mics we have open are yours and mine.
Yeah.
And it's picking up this rain. That's how bad the rain is. That it's not even on a directional mic. We're just sitting here. You can see it outside because yes, the drape is a little open. Sorry, Freddie, we opened the drape. It's amazing what comes in summer. It rolls in and then it rolls out.
Right. Yep, and they can be quite severe. So it's good. Like I was just telling Dave yesterday, I said, with hurricanes, I'm prepared. I have my batteries, I have my water, I have my generator ready. I have things ready. Yesterday with no air conditioning, which was okay because it wasn't that hot, but my food in my refrigerator, anything more than 4 hours, your food can spoil. And I'm very sensitive to that. So I didn't want to have my food spoiling, so I was making alternate game plan with my next door neighbor. Can I bring some food over if it's not on in 4 hours? I wasn't prepared, so that's the problem with our summer storms, which is boom.
Well, I'm glad it came back on. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad Chewy's going to have a buddy to play with. It's great to see you smiling again. Thanks so much for joining us, Linda. You look amazing. Stay in touch. Let's keep the hurricanes away. Everyone stay safe.
Okay.
Let's go to commercial break so we can hear. Maybe the rain will subside in a few minutes. Slick, when we come back, tell us about your guest coming in tomorrow. Bye, Linda.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Roku. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button. Pioneer with us.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to run its course, Paramount Property Maintenance is offering the community a helping hand. Introducing the COVID-19 Action Disinfecting Plan, a one-of-a-kind procedure that will effectively clean and disinfect your business or place of residence. Paramount Property Maintenance has years of experience in dealing with biological contaminants, and their methods are proven to be more reliable and more extensive than any janitorial or cleaning service in South Florida. The COVID-19 Action Procedure features the use of hospital-grade disinfectant recommended by the CDC, as well as a highly trained sanitation team that will make sure every surface in the room receives proper treatment. Contact Paramount Property Maintenance today at 305-761-8191 to make your home or workplace COVID-19 free.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're gonna make me cry. Nice job. Nice. Hey Jude.
From the Beatles.
The Beatles. Hey Jude. Nice
Can't
job.
go wrong with the Beatles. A lot of people know the Beatles, so
Very nice.
thank you.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. I know I've done. It's not that I can't. It's just when the energy isn't. It's different. It's just strangest thing. There's no F words going around here. I haven't heard one curse word in 3 days.
We can take care of that when this is over.
When this is over, you guys give me my fix of the F-bomb, huh? What's going on, Slick? What do you got cooking over there?
For me, I'm bringing in a good TikToker, basically from what I've been seeing on his YouTube, which has I think 500 plus views.
You guys open up his camera?
I think 500 plus views on majority of his videos, and he's a good TikToker because he's streaming either his song or the bits that he do, cause he does a lot of reaction videos. So before this whole COVID thing, he was very personal with people, and his name is Alejandro, but he goes by Black Boy 1K. And I'm bringing in Alejandro. He's Haitian as well. I didn't know until he actually told in one of his videos. But basically, I'm bringing him in and trying to give me a better perspective on this TikTok world because I don't even understand it. I should, but I wouldn't, to be honest with you. My niece knows more about my phone than me.
How many followers does he have?
I didn't check the followers, but his streams, his streams that I checked was, I think it was 15 plus for the loop that it does, on Vine. I don't know if you guys remember Vine, but the loop that it does, it's 1,500 people that actually were looking at it, and that was on, that was on Saturday when I checked.
Is he coming in or virtual?
He's coming in.
So he's local?
He's local, yes.
And
basically the way I met him was through somebody else. Because I was trying to bring on somebody else, but they gave me the pitch to go to him. I wasn't even expected to actually talk to this guy until, the whole conversation happened.
Nice.
But it was nice, though.
Nice job. So he's going to be on Slick Speaks. You put a piece together for us?
Yes, I definitely
All
did.
right, here's a promo piece. So let's take a look. Val, let's roll this piece.
guys may be wondering why, I'm very chill and relaxed, and I'm listening to Bach Beethoven on a regular day. Well, guys, stay tuned to Slick Speaks, because Slick is bringing you not just Beethoven, but Black Beethoven here on Slick Speaks. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., I am talking to Bach Beethoven. Not just your Beethoven that you grew up on, but Black Boy 1K.
Beethoven or Black?
We got them sticks.
No, he got the barbecue and shit.
I got them sticks.
Beethoven took us out to the swap shop.
He got them sticks.
Man, right now, I'll take them places.
We got them sticks.
The grits and that shit. Ooh.
I got them sticks. He got them sticks.
Beethoven
We got
Black. I
them
just
sticks.
found out today, man.
I got them sticks. We got them sticks. We got them
Man,
sticks.
Black, my brother,
I got
man.
them sticks. He got them sticks. We got them sticks.
All right, guys. And being that the fact I'm bringing Black Beethoven tomorrow, stay tuned to Slick Speaks here at 10 a.m. and get locked in.
That's hilarious.
That is so interesting.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna come in with high energy because, like, I've been texting him back and forth. He's a very high energy guy.
Mike.
I'm so sorry, guys. The magic, but I'm pretty sure that he's gonna come in with a lot of high energy. I was texting him back and forth, and I actually showed him the promo piece. He really likes it, and I just can't wait to speak to him because I feel like, he's from I can't say the same area, but he's from Broward County, so I feel like, there's like a middle ground there.
So did he get his startup from TikTok, or did he get his startup from YouTube? Like, how is he so known now?
From YouTube. Because he
Just
started,
off of his music.
Yeah, not off of his music, reaction videos. Then he went into music, because I think that's his first song, that Black Beethoven. So I'm gonna be calling him Black Beethoven when he comes in. But the fact that you would take the Fifth Symphony Beethoven and make it like an urban beat
and make it timeless,
make
so
it
it's
yours,
interesting to what it is now.
I have to ask him that.
Is he gonna play? Is he gonna? I can't say play. Is he gonna do his thing? What is it called?
I think he's gonna do his thing, but I would try to see if I can ask him to do one of his reaction questions, because some of his reaction questions I might have to some
Like what kind of questions?
If you ladies would be wanting to join these reaction questions, because it was basically one of when spring break first started, he asked a group full of he went out to Fort Lauderdale Beach and he asked a group full of people, or majority of them were ladies, and he's like, who's the most who's gonna be the most attractive in our group, and you pick the most attractive person and you decide what he does, either it's gonna be a kiss, hug, or give him your number.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
it's
keeping it PG because he did not say his number, but I would say he's gonna use something PG, because he did kind of basically the woman gave him the permission to grope her
Really?
bottom. Yeah. So
it's all entertainment aspect, I guess.
It's all entertainment aspect, literally. But
So those are the choices: a kiss, hug, a number, or
I'm gonna say
touch?
phone number. I'm gonna say phone number because it was kiss, hug, and basically slap butt. But I'm gonna say phone number, just to keep it PG.
Sandra's
in
like
here.
her mouth is on the floor.
Just to keep it PG. But the fact that he got
I know,
the
right?
fact that he got the views on it, I'm like, okay, let me just sit down with you for an interview and pick your brain
Interesting.
for 30
So
minutes.
That's
here on
coming out
Slick
tomorrow at
Speaks.
10 o'clock.
Of course. I wasn't expecting it, so
And the
let's
Black
see what
Did you
happens.
see him on TikTok? Are you guys familiar with the TikTok scene?
I know. We were talking about it on the 9 o'clock show. TikTok? Is it a thing that you're doing?
I'm not doing it. Gary Vee always talks about doing it. I am not a fan. I'm a boomer. Is that what you guys call
I guess.
us?
I
don't know.
guess.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
I think it's cool. I'll watch it and I'm like, oh my God, that dance is so cool. But I'm the...
Yeah,
not-
I personally
I feel
don't
the
have a
same way.
TikTok account as well, but I see it everywhere, and it's this platform that's growing and growing. And we were all talking, and Amy Minty should get a TikTok.
Oh, you're
yes.
so
'Cause
right.
it's all about
No,
dancing,
seriously.
and she's posting on Facebook Live, which is great, but that is where she will boom if she
thrive.
makes a TikTok.
We're going to tell her. Well, you'll be here on Friday. You'll have to tell her to get a TikTok.
I will tell her.
TikTok.
She will do so good on that app. I know she will.
You have a TikTok account?
I personally, I don't. Apparently, we have one for the cafe, but I don't think we've ever used it.
We should
so-
do a group
TikTok.
Crew
Yep,
dance.
yep,
TikTok.
Like the really simple
Renegade.
one. I know, or that one too.
Renegade. Or
You see Freddie doing Renegade?
No, I'm on Renegade because of what we talked about this morning. But Renegade or something, you know, Savage or something. I don't know.
That's
But
hilarious.
Just ideas.
But it's just crazy how these apps and like all of these internet aspects can like make people famous. Like I would have never heard of Black Beethoven if it like wasn't for that.
Correct. And I never would have heard of Black Beethoven until he sent me the link. I didn't even know somebody would create
There's just so much out
something
there.
out of.
Is he from Haiti?
I don't know if he's from Haiti. I didn't ask him, but I know he's Haitian though. So
Okay.
we might be talking Kringlish. But you got to stay tuned to Slick Speaks.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is Kringlish a Slick Speaks name, word, or is it a real
It
thing?
is not. I think I learned that from somebody else because like it made sense because he said my English is very aggressive, but he was speaking in Creole, so he was like my anglais moins very aggressive, so I speak Kringlish. Because like for
It's
the
like a
words
mix.
the words that he can't feel in English, he would say it in Creole. So if he
It's
was
like
saying
how
an English
Spanglish.
statement,
I was just thinking that.
yeah, he'll say it
Like
in Creole.
Spanglish.
Right.
Like Spanish and English. It's
But I learned it from somebody else. I forgot his name, but I'm pretty
It'll be really interesting. We'll see what happens with that.
See
Nice
what
job,
happens, guys.
Slick.
No problem, no problem.
And Vinny's still working on a piece over there. I don't know what he's working on, but I love it when you guys put the segments together. I think it adds, see, we keep changing it up. We talked about this, right? As a woman in business, nice job, Slick. What do we
No
have
problem.
to do to keep, I think any business, but we always talk women in business because we are who we are, to level it up, to raise it up. You said we have to go back to like those archives of things we said we should have done and we didn't do, and now we have to do. Like
Yeah,
what?
break out those old notebooks. But it's important to diversify, right? We have to find different avenues to market ourselves. And with all of these platforms, there's a myriad of different tools out there. Now, many people get overwhelmed. Oh, I got to be on Facebook. I got to be on LinkedIn. I got to be on Instagram. I got to be on TikTok now. Crap, that's a lot of content to create.
Yep.
Creating content is what stops people because so many people are shy in front of the camera. What do I speak about? What do I talk about? I don't know. And the thing is, I think that stops a lot of people is that we're so diverse, right? We don't just know this one thing. We've lived life. We have a multitude of experiences and thoughts that we want to give back. So the moment that camera goes on, people are like, I don't know what to say, you know? And the thing is, try everything. Put yourself out there and do, you know, share something, share content, because that's the way of the world. If you want to brand your personal brand, your corporate brand, your business brand, you have to be on all of these different platforms and show up. It's not just being on there and having an account. It's consistently putting out content every single day. Consistency wins the game. The moment that you slack, you'll fall 10 steps behind.
Correct.
I've seen it, I've done it. You know, the moment you get comfortable, like, okay, you know, and let me take a break from creating content for a second, the moment you take a couple steps back. So it's the consistency of constantly putting content out there and finding platforms where your ideal client is, you know?
It's one of the reasons I push you guys all the time for segments, timely, by the next day, 24 hours, because it is about creating content. For us, it's creating conversation. We are so fortunate that we have all of you to create the content. When you're a solopreneur and you're it, and you've got to create the content and do your business and look for clients and do the advertising and do the callbacks, you can't have a life and run a family and your children and the grocery shopping.
There's no way.
It's overwhelming. That's why I keep pushing you guys to, and Freddie says, stop pushing him, stop giving him so much.
No,
it's okay.
Honestly, I think we like it, and it's good for us to learn from what content to put out and what garbage to push away.
True,
because there's
because-
so many social media outlets. There's like this internet is like a whole new world. Like we have our earth, and then we have a whole internet world that is. And you have to just push away the nonsense that no one wants to listen to, no one wants to see, and pick out the good, important pieces.
True, and then some people try to guide you like the wrong way. I feel like I'm speaking personally.
Mhm.
Some people like, you know, try to, you know, they know the world, but they never actually delve into the world, but they try to give you the best advice. Yeah, cut it
Yeah.
out. But you guys, like, honestly, the fact that you guys been stacking up work is fine.
We stack up work. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean it all has to, I mean, Val sometimes has 10
Yeah.
things on her plate and she works. It's about prioritizing and what's timely to get it out there. And Vinny too, he does our graphic design. So I just changed it up on him this morning about changing some of the lettering and putting faces up because people know the name of our show just for us. So let's see some of your faces because you are all part of what we do.
Right.
So it's constantly changing, and it's amazing. Now I sit here, Sandra, and you knew us way back when, and I can actually do things and go from room to room and see Slick is teaching Vinnie board, and Dina's doing the set, and Lenny's practicing, and the girls are doing their thing. And I look back, and it's like, wow, this is unbelievable what they are doing.
They're all developing their own personal brands, you know, and it's the thing that's most important is really having your message cut out, right? What is the message that you really want to deliver? What do you want to say to the world, you know, and kind of have a structure for that and start building content around that. What's the most important things that you care about? What do you feel society lacks? How are you going to contribute to that? And start voicing your opinion on matters that matter, that you can make a difference on. And if it's a small difference now, it's going to be a big difference later because it's consistency.
No, for sure. And that's great advice. And just the fact that all of us interns get the opportunity to put out content is enough for me, to be honest.
And you are your brand, and everything you do and say is your brand. And it's funny, we used to, anyone who would come through the doors as an intern, sometimes we joke and said, if you're breathing, you're in. But now, I mean, the kids and the crew knows there's some people, if it doesn't fit with what our mission is and our brand is, then like any other business and corporation, that time is too sensitive right now. That image and what you put out there, you are represented by the company. You know what your mother tells you in kindergarten? You're judged by the company you keep? 100%. And you guys are the top of the top, and you are all amazing. We're going to go to commercial break. Nice job, Slick. I'm looking forward to seeing that tomorrow at 10.
Yeah, of course, yes. I'm gonna try to. I'm making sure what time he comes in. He should be coming in around like 9:30.
All right, so we'll talk to him on the Zoo Crew as well. When we come back, we've got Pamela Chanel David joining us all the way from California of the Reinvented Life. Let's talk about coaching. So this is a perfect segue with Sandra as well. Sandra Torres, United Latinas. Stay tuned, and we will be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Admirers, connoisseurs, and enthusiasts of the art world, witness a visual spectacle like no other. Come visit the Gallery at the Theater, one of South Florida's best-kept secrets. Located in the heart of Boca Raton, the gallery features a diverse catalog of sculptures and paintings by world-renowned artists. But that's not all. All of the art is showcased in a live studio setting, home to South Florida's very own Brooklyn Cafe show, starring Dawn and Freddie S. And to top it all off, our collection includes signed memorabilia from some of the world's most iconic names in sports and entertainment history. So come on over, enjoy a cup of coffee, and experience the magic of the Gallery at the Theater. Located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard in Suite 13. Or give us a call at 888-994-4995.
We are on fire. So let's spread your business like a wildfire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us at 888-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with a click of a button. Together, we ignite.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Surfing USA with the Beach Boys. There you
Beach
go.
Boys, it kind of takes us out to the puddle and the surfboard in the parking lot is all I can say. Welcome back, everyone, to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. As we wrap up our Monday, we have an amazing guest joining us from California. She's also the host of her own show, The Reinvented Life, and the Reinvented Life Network. We've got Pamela Chanel David joining us on VMix. How are you doing?
Oh, what a pleasure. How are both of you? I'm great.
We're great. So Pamela, meet Sandra. Sandra, Pamela, otherwise AKA Chanel.
Yes, nice to meet you.
How are you doing? How's California?
It's good. It's great, actually. We're tightening up a little bit. I think maybe opened up, for what some people think a little too quickly. So tightening up a little bit. But this weekend was all about the outdoors. It was quite hot in parts of the state, but people were out, people were about, they were at the water, they were in the hills and hiking and lakes. It was actually a beautiful weekend.
It's interesting, we just got word that Miami-Dade is closing the restaurants. It'll be for takeout only. I just came across.
Wow, yes, we've gone back to closing most of the restaurants. I believe most can still serve outside and take out, but there's no inside dining again for a while. So I don't know what's going to be with the outside dining.
It's really interesting because you need to turn up a little bit more. It's the whole concept is interesting, and Sandra is a coach as well. And we're talking about what it takes to level up business. And your show is so timely, The Reinvented Life. Not only reinventing yourself, but how do we keep going back to the archives and bringing new things forward? If you're not changing your business, how do we keep going? How do we grow, continue to get clients, and to survive and thrive emotionally, financially, if unemployment pays? And okay, so hypothetically say you're all good financially, but the emotional side of this.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing we can consider. And for me, and all the work I've been doing over the last couple of months really comes down to creativity. You know, how creative is one willing to be with their thoughts? How creative is one willing to be with what they do? Even if people are home and they're still working their jobs and they've made this successful conversion with, say, going to work every day, to going to their computers and working online. That's not the end of it all. What really is important right now is what are people opening themselves up to? Because they're not interacting on a person-to-person basis most part anymore. And so how are they replacing that? And what are they doing to keep themselves at the forefront of their own life? And that's at the Reinvented Life. And I'm sure, Sandra, in your work, that's what we do. We make sure that what people are doing are relevant.
And what are some of the things you're finding that help keep you relevant? We were talking TikTok and LinkedIn and social media. Is that what we're looking at right now? Because we can't face-to-face network. And I think that's what I'm hearing. The hardest thing for businesses is there's no networking, and that's what's missing.
Right. So there is some networking going on, and a lot of the networking organizations and some businesses are making it important to have an online presence, a virtual chat room, places that people can pop into. So that's important from a work standpoint. I think from a personal standpoint, what's keeping people relevant right now is, are they making improvements in their life? And I think that has everything to do with it, whether it's maybe a step they've been wanting to take with their own health and wellness, with their own fitness, with how they're eating. Or maybe it has to do with the homes they're living in or the places they're living in. You know, I've talked to so many clients that are spending time really cleaning out right now, editing, making room for a new space, or converting rooms in the process of converting space, making a wonderful home office. But being sure that people are doing things that are helping them create something new in their life. Newness is, and renewal, if you will, is the number one piece that can keep people grounded.
What are you finding? And I know you're not a relationship coach and you're not a psychologist, and neither are you. So I'm just going to throw this out, ladies, right? Because we're all sort of in the same demographic. This stay-at-home mode with your partner, whoever your partner may be, while you're each trying to work and thrive and renew your business, emotionally, relationship-wise, what are you hearing? What are your clients saying to you? And then I'm going to ask you the same thing.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is this is a huge challenge. I mean, you know, I'm always going to be upfront with everyone, and what I'm hearing is it's a huge challenge for many, many people, because like anything else, people get used to and accustomed to living a certain way. So they're not used to being with spouses or significant others, if they're living with someone, whatever the case may be, all day, every day. So new dynamics have to be put in place to create a new normal for them. Oftentimes we'll say that the familiar may not be the most favorable. People are having to be very intentional about their relationships. And I know for sure that when one still is doing things for themselves, those are the relationships that seem to be thriving the best. You know, maybe one of the partners is still pursuing their outdoor running passion, or they're still pursuing an art passion. They're taking part of their home or even parts of their garage. People are getting super creative with space and making a little art studio for themselves, literally doing anything that fulfills themselves. Because if they get reliant on their spouse or significant other or whoever it may be in their life to provide that enriching feeling that they're looking for, there's going to be disappointment. Then disappointment sort of goes through this downward spiral. So it's finding that enrichment for themselves, perhaps in a new way, separate for what they're doing together as a couple.
What are you finding?
That's a wonderful point, because I completely agree. I think it's important for us as individuals to make sure that we're maintaining our own mental health and wellness and doing our own practices, working out, eating better. We need to maintain that focus. I think that's what really is an attractive trait in a partner anyways, when you say, oh wow, check him out, he's working out, or he's taking care of himself. And that is an attractive trait within someone. So it's so important that we're each doing things, whether it's taking some time out of the house, even going for a ride, you know, getting a little bit of separation when it comes to relationships, because you do want to keep a healthy balance. It's very difficult when you weren't working side by side and now you're both on conference calls or you're both in the same space. Like I was sharing you before, it can be, you know, some people are better in their flow and in their creativity when no one's around, you know, when it's just kind of peace, you know, and some flourish in you know, in the environment of others, but not everyone is the same way. So it's so important that I think that we take time out to nurture ourselves, as well as making sure that you're like, okay, I think I need some space right now. I'm gonna go take a ride by the beach, or I'm gonna go, you know, do something. Or, and then when you're coming together, it's this, you know, you weren't in each other's face all day long.
You have to respect, in my opinion, you have to respect the other person, and they should respect what you have to say as well. And it's a total change of dynamic. Everyone, fortunately I get to come here every day, but not everyone has a place that they're going to, right? But you know, we keep these lights on, so there's the yin and the yang of keeping an overhead and a brick and mortar space open versus being a coach from home. Mm-hmm. So there's a give and take, but emotionally I think a lot has changed. And I know, say hello, we've got company, so yes, it's light. We have visitors that live within our realm here in the studio. That's a big part of it. You're talking about changing relationships. And as a coach, you're rolling into the Reinvented Life show today at 2:30. What are you going to be talking about? What are you focusing on today?
So this is a fun show. I'm really excited about this. I've had a guest on every show so far, and I will continue to really feature and host people that are out there just doing great stuff. But today I decided to do this show alone. And I decided to really delve into some of the contents of the Reinvented Life book and realize that as we meet new people along the way, whether that be online, whether that be in life in general, what comes from that is new perspective. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is learning during this journey a new perspective, and also to realize that it is not appropriate to pose judgment on anyone. What people are out there doing. This world has gotten so socially media centered, which is great, keeps us together. But we have to realize, and even when we were talking about just a few minutes ago with couples, it's going to be a different reaction for each one. So we can't place judgment on what others are doing as long as it's healthy and of course not destructive for others. So that's what I'm talking about today. It's meeting people along the way and gaining those new perspective and enriching ourselves with the gifts we have to give and the receiving of gifts that others give to us.
And I want to ask, while we still have time, your ideal client. Who are the clients that you are working with?
I have a wonderful mix of clients. My ideal client, because I have actually an MBA and I do a lot of business strategy work, I do a lot of transformational work with individuals. My ideal client is the corporate executive. My ideal client is the person that is running a corporation, a business, perhaps their own business, or an entrepreneur, but recognize that to make significant shifts, really that gap analysis of where they are and where they want to be in business, they can also address and enhance themselves personally. So it goes hand in hand. I think gone are the days that people think that they have a personal life and a business life. Who we show up as an individual is what's most important. And so that's the ideal client for me.
We were just talking about that. We were talking to our crew about how you show up in jobs and how you, even in an internship here with us, you are your brand and your reputation is who you are. And that stays with you always. I was reading something that as things, and I think it was a post you put on about know your mission and know what values you as things change. I don't want to misquote it, but you know which post I'm thinking about? That
I do.
You need to stay true to who you are through all of this, because that's the only consistency we have. And your mission with United Latinas, I don't want to end before we get a chance to talk about that also. What is that mission?
Our mission is to cultivate and empower Hispanic and underserved women that don't typically get the tools that they usually do.
And as this ebbs and flows like a roller coaster, is that what you hold on to, that core of why you started it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we get, even when it comes to different different voices coming to the table, where people have different opinions, at the center core, it's what are our values and what is the impact that we ideally want to make upon others. And that's the community that United Latinas serves, whether everybody's Latina or not. That's the core focus on empowering Hispanic entrepreneurs.
And how do they find you?
You could follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, at The United Latinas, or shoot me an email, Sandra@planyourcompany.com.
It's so important. I love your message and your mission, and so many, culturally different. And California as well, South Florida, is the diversity and the people that Sandra has. We met you. Here's the funny thing. Here's like the parallel between you guys as I'm talking about it. Sandra was listening to our show one day on the radio, and she called in and she said, "How do I get involved? I need my own show." And she, right? And she started with a segment with us, and then she had a show with a partner, and it was an amazing show. And like partnerships don't always work out. But she has stayed a longtime friend of ours and always comes back. And
I love you guys.
She's amazing, and it all came from this concept of what it is.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Sandra, it's such an honor. It's so lovely meeting you. And I would share, Dawn, the one thing I did this again today is to wrap up what's important, whether it be people at home getting through this process of the distancing people are keeping. It's still so important to tell your story. You know, I did it today. People know me from different aspects of my life, and they know the Reinvented Life, but who's the person behind it? Who's the person creating it? We all have such important stories. Sandra, what you're doing for these women and empowering them is really celebrating who they are and who their story is. And I know, Dawn, you and Freddie do this all day long with businesses and individuals. Our stories are so important because they have the ability to make a difference and make an impact for people.
Totally true. How do people find you? I know they'll be watching the Reinvented Life at 2:30, but for coaching, how do they find you?
Yes. They go right to the reinventedlife.com, and they can go right to the coaching form and fill in the information. The other very fun way to find me is mobile on everyone's phone. They can go to reinvent.mobipop.info and it'll come right up, or they can text the word reinvent to 55312. So lots of ways to get in touch. I love the mobile way because that's where everyone is on their phone. So reinvent.mobipop.info.
But you're right, everyone has a story and everyone has their voice, and that is exactly how we created this platform. That is why we created that platform. And even as our crew grows and the segments grow more and more unique and diverse, when you go back to that mission and you see someone come in on Friday, we had 2 people like that, 2 women, I went, wow, this is why we do what we do. And it makes you take pause and say, all right, this is why we got to keep going. It brings you back, which is why that always stays up there, Sandra. Mm-hmm. It always makes you remember. One day you'll come here and you'll visit us. You'll see what I keep pointing to up there. But it's amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm excited that you're doing your show today on your own.
Pleasure.
To support everything as a speaker, as a coach, as an author, what you do and what you resonate with and how you can help people reinvent their life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What an honor to be on your show. Take care, everyone.
We'll see you in about 30 minutes. Well, nice job, everybody. What teamwork. Freddie, you would be proud. Our crew is absolutely spectacular. Lenny, people are writing in. It is nice to see this piano being played. Vinny, nice job. Slick, I'm looking forward to Slick Speaks tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Dina, you have weekly tea with Dina on Wednesday. We'll see what happens with that. Small Talk with Val was on this morning talking about local kayaking places. It's a way to get outside, stay safe within your kayak, but really enjoy the outdoors in South Florida. So check that out on 2020 Vision. Teddy, thank you again for all you do. And Sandra, I love you.
I love you.
So glad to have you back.
Thank
She is
you.
just one of our dear good time friends. You can find them, United Latinas. Check them out. You don't have to be Latina, you don't have to be a female to even join, but you know what they do, their mission and their networking is second to none. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe, be kind, respect others, wear your mask, and as Freddie always says, don't be late. Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for her sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light